Ogiugo, Owita yakbe mado ewu, Edigwe yakbe meuma, yakbe Ogiugo ewu, ina ese no nyaido ewu, yakbe Ogiugo ewu. Ogiugo majigwe no by there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my viewers out there, this is JR Sydney for the XTTS show. Once again, I'm going to be looking at the issue of the Ogiame of Utata Benin Kingdom and the OGBA of Benin. 4 days ago, a video emanated from the OGBA's palace. We saw one chief, Dr. Ogiugo, beaten, manhandled, pushed to the ground, treated as if that man was nobody. And I have been waiting to see if there were going to be public reactions or public outcries. But unfortunately, I have never seen anything. Now I'm going to use this medium to tell the Attorney General of Edo State that he is permitting violence. He is permitting the violation of the Nigerian Constitution. The same thing to the Attorney General of the Federation of Nigeria. You are permitting violence. And when that violence snowballs into a big one, you would all have yourselves to blame. Let us not be pretensive. Let us come straight to what the problem is. The Ogiugos do not kneel down for the OGBA of Benin. Already there was a Edo State Chieftaincy's Titles Act only says that the Ogiugos will kneel down for the OGBA of Benin. But in the federal customary laws, the Ogiugos do not kneel down for the OGBA of Benin. Now, having said this, you will understand why Ogiugo never wanted to kneel down. Okay? Now, 2. That Ogiugo had charms in his body when he came into the palace. They don't have the proof. The only thing that me and you saw on that video was that a man was beaten, a defenseless man was beaten. And some people were hitting him on the head with some crabs. I call it crabs because they think those things are effective. They are not effective. They are not effective. And I equally want to use this opportunity to say that I am highly disappointed that even the religious institution in Edo State, even the Catholic Church, did not come out to express. Because what you people are calling play, what you call OGBA supremacy, will snowball into a very, very big time problem soon. The reason is now I want you to follow me. I want you to listen why this problem is going to snowball. Because it is a strategy. It is a strategy. A strategy by the OGBA of Benin to single-handedly send away the indigenous people of Benin from the administration of Benin. This is what the OGBA of Benin is planning to do. Let me tell you, who are the indigenous people of Benin Kingdom? You have the ORHIONMWODE's family, you have Edohen's family, you have the Eros family, then you have the Ogiugo's family, then you have the Ogiame's family, and then you now have the IYEKE, ORHUNMWODE, IKPOBA, and the IKPOBA. These are the indigenous Benin people. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are listening to me, because I'm not here to create confusion, if you go and look at the public administration of Benin City today, or Edo State, you would find out that these indigenous people have been carefully selected and pushed out of the system. This is exactly what the strategy is. And this is where the problem is going to snowball into a very big one if the federal government of Nigeria does not tell the OGBA of Benin that he has no constitutional right to violate the right of any Nigerian. His role is well known. I don't need to go to university to know the role of the OGBA of Benin. There is what they call the federal customary laws. The federal customary laws are not supreme to the constitution of the country. The Oba of Benin should please allow peace to reign in Benin City. He should allow peace to reign, because what we are seeing today is that the Oba is destroying completely the indigenous, the aboriginal people of Benin Kingdom. Now look at what he did to Chief Isekure. Isekure is one of the aboriginal. Look at what he did to Isekure. The Oba of Benin, there is no excuse. There are no excuses. There is no sufficiency in whatever nonsense you from that palace wants to tell us. Man, you were once an ambassador. You can't be messing people up that way. You can't be messing people up that way. I am highly disappointed, because as I am talking right now, I have never seen any public outcry. I have never seen any public reaction. The Oba of Benin is no God. You see, God is the greatest. The treatment they melted out to Chief Dr. Ogiugo will rebound. And those who are responsible for doing that will pay for the consequence. You see, Your Royal Majesty Oba II, you see, they say laws were written to be respected. Nigeria has a constitution. You are violating the constitution. You are violating the constitution. You are trying to finally expose to the world that the two Binis that have lived in peace and harmony for several years, what you want to do, you want to now create violence between the two Benins. You know what the two Benin stands for, by what I'm going to tell you straight. We have what we call IYEKE. Those are the people led by the Ogiame of Utantan Benin Kingdom. ORHIONMWON, IKPOBA, OKHA, URHUNMWODE, and IYEKE. These are the aboriginal Benin people. Then we have the other one, where you are the Oba. If you want, we'll tell you. You are dealing with our people. You have succeeded in ostracizing our people away from the economy of that city, of that state. You are bringing on board people whose father or whose mothers do not know how Benin was founded. Benin was founded by Ogiame Irebo, Your Royal Majesty. Benin was founded by Irebo. You are violating the rights of the average Nigerian. What you do, Oba, brings nonsense to the youths. The youths are watching you do this nonsense. They are watching you, and you call yourself a revered man. How could a revered man ask people to attack defenseless man like Chief Dr. Ogiugo? We saw the video. You people are trying to tell us that Ogiugo had charms in his body when he came into your palace. But what we saw in the video is that you people were beating Chief Dr. Ogiugo. We did not see any charms on the body of Ogiugo. And if there was anybody carrying charms in that very particular video, it was the people from your palace of Iwari. They were the one carrying charms. They hit the man on the head, and the man fell to the ground. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is 2017. If Ogiugo did not respect you, common sense, Oba says, expel him from your palace, let him go away. You have no right to physically assault him. I want to say this again, my brothers and sisters. Whenever things are wrong, we must all stand out to criticize it. The Oba of Benin is exceeding his limits. He is exceeding his limits because they say laws were written and those laws were to be respected. We have very, very many first-class chiefs in Nigeria. He's not the first one. In other places, we do not hear this kind of problem. The worst that would happen to a chief in a royal palace is that he would be expelled and nobody is going to beat him. I have never heard it before. Not even Odioni of Ife, not even the Oba of Lagos. Not even Rwanda will do this. Bob Benin, please.